Lately, I have not been buying a bunch of silver. I thought maybe I was not bullish because I did not have the funds. I was running a little low on filthy fiat. Even when I picked up a bunch of Mercury dimes while the price was up, I traded. I made a purchase recently that just made the light bulb go off. I think I finally admit it. I'm just not that bullish. I don't like these prices. Keep in mind, that doesn't mean anything. The market, it doesn't care what I think. And maybe I should clarify. I believe silver still has upside potential, but I just believe other assets will capture this liquidity that's probably going to come flooding into these markets. Cheap fiat, rate cuts. Now keep in mind, these are just my thoughts. And I have a crap job that I'm very grateful for that I have to be to soon. So I got to make this kind of quick. But remember, this isn't financial advice. I'm just advising you to think about some things. In fact, I'd like to hear your opinions in the comments below. I'm by no means the smartest person in this room. Now, don't get me wrong. I still buy an old silver dollar each week, and I have been for over 2 years now. Oh, before I forget, can you please hit that like button? I'm up early every morning, pondering. I'm pondering my wealth and putting it on the internet for everyone to hear. What could go wrong? And my thoughts are not to try to steer you in any direction. I just figure it's nice to have a friend that stacks as well and to hear their opinions. That's all I try to be. I've been dropping an 8-minute plus video every day. Not easy with a more than full-time job. But I'm going to keep showing up. This channel, it's going to grow. And I have vowed never to sell out to bullion dealers or mining companies. You're going to be getting all the pondering without all the peddling. So hit the like. It's guilt-free, and it expands this wealthy community of ours. I really want to pick up a nice Morgan dollar soon. I've been surviving off the low grades for the past 3 months. It's difficult not to buy them because they're basically at spot, sometimes below spot, or just a little over. I'm thinking, when I buy Morgan dollars, I should either buy really crummy ones or really good ones because I believe the premiums will be eaten up by the rising silver price on the high-quality ones. Just a theory. I'm not going to lie, it kind of hurts buying crummy Morgan dollars that aren't in super great shape with beautiful natural luster. Although I still do enjoy me some wear and tear. So I am still accumulating silver. And I will be returning to the coin shop fairly soon to pick up some Mercury dimes. I just know it. So I guess I'm not bearish either. And although I do think there's other assets that will sop up this extra liquidity that I believe may be coming into the markets soon, I'm not going to get greedy about it. I'm still going to buy silver and buy gold and add to my savings of money. Real money, that is. I view my silver and gold as a nice solid foundation, and yes, I'd like to keep expanding it. I'd like to keep expanding it regardless of market conditions. I try to automate as many of my financial habits as I can. I don't want constant chart analysis and speculation, especially with silver. Don't get me wrong, if it goes up a lot, I'll sell a little off. And if it dips really steep, yeah, I'll pick a little extra up. Other than that, regardless of what it does, I'll constantly just add little bits here and there. A steady drip. A steady drip fills a bucket. A steady drip eventually overflows the bucket. And as I'm sure you've already heard me say before, a steady drip can flood your basement. I don't want to stack or invest like a person following their emotions. Maybe I'm just getting old, but it just seems exhausting. And again, if I do want to exert that speculative energy, well, I'm going to want some real upside potential. Hundreds of percents. That may sound crazy to you, or maybe it doesn't. But these investments, they do exist, they can be found, and the risk can be managed. Do I try to chase gains like that with the majority of my wealth? No. And I really don't even try to chase gains like that. First, I try to protect, but I view things like, does it have that upside potential? Could it be 100% or more? Could it achieve 100% or more in gains? And by the way, what do you think I do with those gains? If you said, put some of it into silver and gold, ding, 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 you are correct. I'm not doing this right, and it's taking too long. Let me cut this. Now, I don't suspect you'll enjoy this purchase too much, but I do, and it's my video. Oh, after I open this, I'm going to open a pen pal letter, and there'll be a little bit more silver. This is a comic book from the early 90s, which falls into an area of comic book collecting known as the Copper Age. Or maybe it's bronze, or maybe they're the same thing. I don't quite know, but I know I'm about right. So this is New Mutants 87, which is the first appearance of Cable, who becomes the leader of X-Force, similar to X-Men. But X-Force is kind of like that whole Gen X era, anti-hero era. So unlike most of the X-Men, X-Force will murk people. You know, bad guys. Anyhow, I used to have this book, and now I have it again. and it makes me very happy. It's going on my wall. I saw it in auction, and I paid nearly $600 for it. I've been following the comic book market for about 4 years now. It peaked in 2021 with all that cheap money that was added to the economy. In 2022, if you track the index of the key comic books, I think it went down like 35%. And in 2023, it went down 25%. And in 2024, it went down like 15%. On a line graph, it looks like a drop and then a slope, which could possibly form a bottom. I'm not trying to call a bottom. Calling a bottom is kind of like trying to call a top. Well, it's exactly like it. I don't mind buying on the way down. In fact, I think it's better than buying on the way up. I just wanted to open this and take a look at it. And since I'm either working or recording videos, I just decided to do it on my video. I'll add, this is also a newsstand edition, which have the UPC barcodes on the bottom left, which means this particular kind was distributed to convenience stores and not to comic book shops where everyone took very good care of books. Convenience stores, not so much. I remembered one that allowed smoking. My friends and I used to walk around the mall with cigarettes hanging out of our mouths. Those were truly barbaric times. All right, that's it. That is it. Thousandaire Radio, Wicked Show. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list. Finally, a pen pal letter. I have a backlog. No excuses. I'm just a slow grinding wheel. I do stack them in the order I received them, although I do reserve the right for mistakes to be made. I am very grateful for your letters, and I don't want to be quick to say that I'm overwhelmed, because it's not like I'm some pro at time management. I'm working on it, though. We ring true. Mississippi State University. All kinds of stickers in here. At this rate, I'm going to need a sticker wall. Oh, I like this. None asked, none given. I'm becoming more like that in my older age. Oh, this is pretty sweet. I haven't played poker in a while. It's kind of true. I've had some epic poker games, I believe. Tables full of chips thrown at people. We had a player show up very late at night into the early morning, and they were covered in blood. It seemed a little more dramatic, I guess, because of the white shirt. It alarmed another player, but he got over it. I told him, relax. He said it's not his blood. I had a player unconscious because he couldn't keep his hands to himself. He lied on the floor while we continued to play. I'm rather certain I glanced over occasionally to make sure he was breathing. We weren't that bad. These were just a couple outlier events. Most of the time, it was just some drinks and music. Thousandaire Collector. Hi, hope all is well. Enjoy the videos. More importantly, keep stacking. Included is a 1945 Merc. It will represent me in your collection. Also, I collect decals and included some for you. Thanks in advance. John. Thanks, John. It's much appreciated. I got to get around to counting these Mercury dimes. It's been a while. There's over 1,400 here, though. Soon to be at least 1,401. Thanks to John from Mississippi. Mississippi is on the pen pal map. Thanks, John. And I got everything properly logged. You're on my mailing list. Man, I forgot all about those poker memories. No wonder I don't play anymore. I thought I was good at it until I went to a casino. I got bluffed out of $500. It wasn't even my cash. I had a friend who thought I was a great poker player, and they were willing to put up cash and put me in there. I didn't ask for any of it. But I did get bluffed, and they showed me their cards after they did it. I kind of beat myself up over that just a little bit. But now that I think about it, I was drinking then, and times have changed a lot. I believe I have much more mental clarity. Perhaps I'll go back and play again one day. Don't get me wrong. When I say words like casino, I don't want you to think that I actually enjoy gambling. I enjoy playing poker. I believe the risk is more managed. The house doesn't necessarily take all. And if you're playing friendly games with friends, the filthy fiat stays in your circle. I gotta say, I'm not really tempted to play for serious amounts, though. Sometimes you get that character that just gets too serious. And you may have to get too serious back. And what was it all for? Many times, pittance.